Tonight, we're taking you inside the fight to protect your taxpayer dollars.
Since Target 8 investigators uncovered questionable welfare benefit payouts, we have been tracking the state's progress in tackling the problem.
That's why Michigan's Welfare Office gave 24-hour News 8's Tony Tagliavia a first-hand look at its newly expanded effort to protect your money.
He's not with the local police, the state police, or the county sheriff's department. But Joe Teal can go to a judge and get someone arrested.
We're staying real busy.
He's an agent with the inspector's office inside the Michigan Department of Human Services. His job is to stop welfare fraud. And on this day, Teal is trying to stop it before it starts.
It ultimately saves taxpayer dollars, and that's the main thrust for the program.
Since 2007, agents in some southeast Michigan counties have been more closely scrutinizing people when they apply for help, investigating red flags that pop up. But here in West Michigan, that's only been happening for about 6 months. DHS more than doubled the number of agents on this side of the state from 8 to 17. Those investigators check on people who ask for food, cash, or emergency assistance, help for daycare costs, and Medicaid.
Field Inspector General's office.
And their trips
Does she live here?
Start with tips. Tips from a public hotline or from DHS caseworkers. On this Kent County trip, Teal is checking to see if someone lives where she said she does. He thinks the tip came from inside DHS. Brooklyn Vanderlaan works on DHS cases in Ottawa County. She can see red flags right on her computer.
There's a lot of different things that we could look at.
A couple of the biggest clues: someone says they're living alone, but there's someone else getting state help who lists the same address. Or someone might claim to be out of work, but a caseworker gets an electronic report showing the person is making money.
We have interfaces with the IRS and Social Security Administration.
As we ride along,
Agent Teal with the Inspector General's office for Department of Human Services.
Teal also makes a stop at an Ottawa County employer
To verify a couple things.
DHS has been criticized for not having enough protections to prevent fraud. A 2010 state audit found dead people could still be receiving benefits. A number of state agencies said they were working to fix the problem. Earlier this year, State Senator Rick Jones criticized DHS after $2 million in state help was spent outside of Michigan in vacation spots like Florida, California, Nevada, and Hawaii. The Republican from Grand Ledge told us this week he thinks DHS is starting to address fraud under the Snyder administration. All those new agents investigating cases on the front end, 30 new ones statewide, cost around $2.8 million. In West Michigan alone, DHS officials say 1,300 front-end investigations saved taxpayers more than $6 million.
That's the whole idea of it.
When people are caught on the front end, before getting any taxpayer dollars, they don't always face charges, but they can be charged with attempted fraud. Those caught after fraud happens can face stiffer penalties. A Granville woman who pleaded guilty to welfare fraud last month could face up to 4 years in prison. She's accused of not reporting her husband's income for several years and taking more than $37,000 in food assistance she never should have received. Ideally, cases like that are caught in advance.
And the state doesn't have to recoup money that, sometimes it will never be able to recover.
Teal, who also works to investigate fraud after it's happened, says the front-end investigations are working.
And a big part of that is the deterrent effect that it will have.
He thinks the enforcement will make people think twice before not telling the whole truth to caseworkers, trying to get taxpayer dollars they don't deserve. Tony Tagliavia, 24-hour News 8.